Hello 106. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. It is absolutely beautiful by my house. There's a nice breeze and it's gorgeous out. So I figured, why not take it outside? Because it's camping this week and most times you do camping outside. So we're going to take this video outside in nature where you go camping. But I totally understand right now if indoor camping works, blanket forts and microwave s'mores totally work just as well as tents in the backyard and bonfire s'mores. So let's get started with our calendar and weather. Ooh, the sun's kind of glaring on this. Okay, so more to say. I'm telling you something. It is about days and times. So today, turn the page, is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Turn the page. We want months. It is July. I need to verify the date. 29th. So it is Wednesday, July 29th. We are almost all done with July. I have no idea where July went. I feel like we just had July 4th. Yeah, I don't really know where time has been going lately. It's kind of flying by, so. But let's talk about our weather, since I was just bragging about how nice it was. So our weather today, I would say it's partly sunny, so it's sunny and it's cloudy. So it's kind of, if you can kind of tell the way, so it'll get really bright and then it kind of gets a little bit duller. That's because the clouds are going over the sun to cover it up. So like right now, the clouds are covering the sun, so I can kind of see my phone. And what's the temperature? It is currently 80 degrees, so I would consider that hot. But it is a little windy right now, so it's kind of making it not so hot. So I would say it's just warm out, personally. But again, I like hot weather, so I'm a little biased. And yeah, that's our weather for the day. So let's talk a little bit about our schedule. So today you got posted, there is, for PE, it's minute to win it games with Miss Tracy. And then for OT, it's kind of a combined lesson today. You're going to be making microwave s'mores with Miss Lauren and Miss Lori. Again, tip, s'mores with Reese's peanut butter cups. In my personal opinion, way better than with Hershey's. So you guys should give that a try because it's just absolutely delicious and I love it. That's the only way I will eat my s'mores. And then there's a special guest, Mr. Mike is popping on to do the blanket fort with you guys. So I hope you guys enjoy hanging out with Lauren, Lori, and Mike, doing some fun activities that have to do with camping. And then last, there is this video, and I will be reading for you guys for our story time. So we're gonna hop right into Wonder. So, sorry, I need these on. So we're reading Rehearsal. The play was taking up most of my time as we were getting close to opening nights. Lots of lines to remember, long monologues where it's just me talking. Olivia had this great idea though, and it's helping me. I have my fiddle with me on stage and play it a bit while I'm talking. It's not written that way, but Mr. Davenport thinks it adds an extra folksy element to have the stage manager plucking on the fiddle. For me, it's so great because I've never needed a second to remember my next line. I just start playing a little Soldier's Joy on my fiddle and it buys me some time. I've gotten to know the kids in the show a lot better, especially the pink-haired girl who plays Emily. Turns out she's not nearly as stuck-up as I thought she was, given the crowd she hangs out with. Her boyfriend's this built jock who's a big deal on the varsity sports circuit at school. It's a whole world I have nothing to do with, so I'm surprised that this Miranda girl turns out to be kind of nice. One day we were sitting on the floor backstage waiting for tech guys to fix the main spotlight. So how long have you been dating Olivia? She asked me out of the blue. About 4 months now, I say. Have you met her brother? She says casually. It's so unexpected, but I can't hide my surprise. You know Olivia's brother? I ask. Via didn't tell you? We used to be good friends. I've known Augie since he was a baby. Oh, yeah. I think I knew that, I answer. I didn't want to let on that Olivia had not told me any of this. I didn't want her to know how surprised I was to hear that she called her Via. Nobody in Olivia's family calls her Via. And here's this pink-haired girl who I thought was a stranger calling her Via. Miranda laughs and shakes her head, but she doesn't say anything. There's an awkward silence, and she starts fishing through her bag and pulls out her wallet. She rifles through a couple of pictures, then hands me one. It's a little boy in a park on a sunny day. He's wearing shorts and a t-shirt and an astronaut helmet that covers his entire head. It was like 100 degrees that day, she says, smiling at the picture, but he didn't want to take off the helmet for anything. He wore it for 2 years straight, in winter, in the summer, at the beach. It was crazy. Yeah, I've seen pictures in Olivia's house. I'm the one who gave him the helmet, she says. She sounds a little proud of that. She takes the picture and carefully inserts it back into her wallet. Cool, I answer. So, you're okay with it, she says, looking at me. I look at her blankly. Okay with what? She raises an eyebrow like she doesn't believe me. You know what I'm talking about, she says. She takes a long drink from her water bottle. Let's face it, she continues. The universe was not kind to Augie Pullman. Bird. Why didn't you tell me you and Miranda Naves used to be friends? I say to Olivia the next day. I'm really annoyed at her for not telling me this. It's not a big deal, she answers defensively, looking at me like I'm weird. It is a big deal, I say. I looked like an idiot. How could you not tell me? You've been acting like you didn't know her. I don't know her, she answers quickly. I don't know who that pink-haired cheerleader is. The girl I knew was a total dork who collected American Girl dolls. Oh, come on, Olivia. You come on. You could have mentioned to me at some point, I say quietly, pretending not to notice the big fat tear that was suddenly rolling down her cheek. She shrugs, fighting back her big tears. It's okay. I'm not mad, I say, thinking that the tears are about me. I honestly don't care if you're mad, she said spitefully. Oh, that's really nice, I fire back. She doesn't say anything. The tears are about to come. Olivia, what's the matter, I say. She's shaking her head like she really doesn't want to talk about it, but all of a sudden, the tears start rolling a mile a minute. I'm sorry, it's not you, Justin. I'm not crying because of you, she says through all the tears. Then why are you crying? Because I'm an awful person. What are you talking about? She's not looking at me, wiping the tears with her palm from her hand. I haven't told my parents about the show, she says quickly. I shake my head because I didn't quite get what she was telling me. It's okay, I say. It's not too late. There's still tickets available. I don't want them to come to the show, Justin, she interrupts impatiently. Don't you see what I'm saying? I don't want them to come. If they come, they'll bring Augie with them. And I just don't feel like... Here, she's hit by another round of crying that doesn't let her finish talking. I put my arm around her. I'm an awful person, she says through all the tears. You're not an awful person, I say softly. Yes, I am, she sobs. It's just so nice being in a new school where nobody knows him, you know? Nobody's whispering behind my back. It's just nice, Justin. But if he comes to the play, then everyone will talk about it. Everyone will know. I don't know why I feel like this. I swear I've never been embarrassed of him before. I know, I say, soothing her. You're entitled, Olivia. You've dealt with this your whole life. Olivia reminds me of a bird sometimes. How her feathers get all ruffled when she's mad. And when she's fragile like this, she's like a lost little bird looking for a nest. So I gave her my wing to hide under. The universe. I can't sleep tonight. My head is full of thoughts that won't turn off. Lines from my monologue, elements from the periodic table that I'm supposed to be memorizing, theorems I'm supposed to be understanding. Olivia, Augie. Miranda's words keep coming back. The universe was not kind to Augie Pullman. I'm thinking about that a lot and everything it means. She was right about that. The universe was not kind to Augie Pullman. What did that little kid ever do to deserve this sentence? What did his parents do? Or Olivia? She once mentioned that some doctor told her parents that the odds of someone getting the same conditions of syndromes that came together to make Augie's face is like 1 in 4 million. So doesn't that make the universe a giant lottery then? You purchase a ticket when you're born, and it's all random whether you get a good ticket or a bad ticket. It's all just luck. My head swirls on this. And then softer, soother thoughts like the flattened third of the major chord. No. It's not all that random. If it really was all random, the universe would abandon us completely. And the universe doesn't. It takes care of its most fragile creatures in ways we can't see. Like the parents who adore you blindly. And the big sister who feels guilty for being a human. For being a human over you. And the little gravelly voiced kid whose friends have left him out over you. And even the pink-haired girl who carries a picture of you in her wallet. Maybe it's a lottery, but maybe it is a lottery, but the universe makes it all even out in the end. The universe takes care of all its birds. And that is where we're going to stop for today, because we're going to start back in Augie's perspective for part 6. Guys, we are on page 206. We're almost, well, we're not almost done, but we have 100 more pages to go. So we're making good progress. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed Justin's perspective. I was not a fan of reading Justin's perspective just because it's not written with proper grammar. So sorry I stumbled through that a little bit. But I hope you guys all have a fantastic rest of your Wednesday. And I will see you back on here tomorrow with some more camping stuff. Bye guys.